So this is Damiano Palmegiani. He's a draft pick of the Toronto Blue Jays. First year in the system with the Jays, tore it up, and we're super excited to have him here back this off season, doing some training with us, doing some strength and conditioning, working on his throwing velocity, throwing power. So you reached out to me when you got home this off season, and there's a couple things that I'm going to let you say that you wanted to come back and work with us because you found what here with our program?
Yeah. So I worked out with you guys, I think the summer coming into this year. Learned a lot, not just on the strength and conditioning side, but also on just pushing yourself. Felt really comfortable here. I felt like every day we were building off of the last day instead of just getting stuck in kind of the same routine. I had a lot of not just good trainers like you and Sean, but a lot of peers around me who were working just as hard as me and pushing me every day and stuff like that. And an environment like that in the course of an off season, I think is huge for meeting your goals and going into like where I want to go next year, like ready, prepared. So I just think it's a great environment on the strength and conditioning side. On the baseball side, obviously, we had brief talks in the summer, you being, ultimately where every baseball player wants to get to. Your experience, all that, it's huge. It's huge. I pick your brain every day, and it's just, I don't think there's a better place to be for me right now.
There's so many things I love about you as an athlete, like your determination, your work ethic, your wanting to get better, picking the brain of people that have experience what you're striving to do. And I've said before on the site that we're here, we do this for you. We do this for the aspiring athlete to get where they want to be. So for you to want to keep coming back with us, getting after it, because this is what's going to do it. This is what's going to work. It's just huge for us to hear. And we love having you here. And one of the fun things that we get to do is not only strength and conditioning, but this is pitching university, but you're not a pitcher, right? But you play third base, you play outfield, you play second base. They need strong arms too, right? And you came and you said, I want to gain miles per hour. So we're working on gaining miles per hour with you as an outfielder, as a third baseman, because that plays. That can be an extra half step that you're getting a runner out, or a tag miss or a tag hit from the outfield, right? It plays on the defensive side of things. So a little bit about our throwing session, a couple things that might have stuck out to you, or just how did it feel?
Good. Like you said, this is pitching university, but it's really overlooked. From like a position player standpoint, the throwing aspect, you work so hard on getting range, working your hands, making the tough plays, but you don't really focus on the last piece of it, which is getting a good, strong throw. Everybody just assumes, well, you have it or you don't, you know what I mean? And I think with us breaking it down, we only worked on lower body today, on what I can clean up, what I'm doing. And I'm noticing that there's just so many little pieces that I can seamlessly like mix into fielding a ground ball, throwing it, or a relay throw or anything like that, that is just going to make me that much better, more efficient. And then ultimately, it's going to help me throw harder, but it's also going to, keep the ball straight, keep me healthy all year. It's stuff that as a position player, you don't think about, but when I was looking at this off season, I looked at it as a priority, and there's no one better to come to. I mean, throwing's throwing, so I wanted to come to you and figure that all out.
That's awesome. Yeah. And you're a quick learner. One of the cool things that you said was, it doesn't even feel like my arm's moving, but you were throwing harder. And that we talked about was just your body's working more efficiently. And that's one of the things that we love hearing here is, I don't feel my arm, which means there's less stress, less pressure on the arm. But we know, we can see it moving harder. We can check the velocity and it's going harder. So day one with our throwing, and we're already making big ground.
A lot of good pieces, a lot of good stuff to build off of to just keep going. I mean, we got like 6 months. So.
Oh, I love it. I love it. Well, love having you here, man. And we'll probably do some more interviews over the course of the off season.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah.